Have you ever slept with a woman outside of the black race?
Never.
Never. You can say that with a straight face.
In the presence of my ancestors, never. Now let me clarify. It's not because I'm against the Arab or the Jew or the Anglo-Saxon or the Latino or the East Indian or the Chinese or the Mexican. It's not about hate.
What is
it
about?
Loyalty to the black woman.
I don't believe you never stuck your in some white pink.
The Most High Almighty
It
God.
is some good white pink out here, man. I'm trying to convince you on it.
But
you ain't had it yet.
Dealing
But
with
listen,
the carnal.
you
You're
might.
dealing with the carnal. I need you to deal with the consciousness, Druski. Stay with me, because every time you lay with a woman, you exchange spiritual energy, not just physical fluids.
Brother, you don't use condoms.
Yes, but when you even if you use the condom, there's still a such thing as spiritually transmitted diseases. Spiritually transmitted diseases.
Yo.
You could pick up a demon laying with that woman, brother.
Ooh, shit.
Some of them demons.
You ever get out of bed and feel a little differently than the way you got in it?
Don't you put that demon on me, Dr. Umar. Don't you put that demon on me. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
No, but
have you ever slept?
Hey, oh no, look, see, this is great content. Look, see, you know what's crazy? As I told you, life is perspective. This is great. It's funny. It's, I'm seeing both perspectives in this. Druski is coming, and he told him these are two different perspectives. Even though Druski is coming with a comedy, but it's two different perspectives. The physical, you know what I'm saying? The peaceful, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, all people are one. Let me get in there, right? It doesn't matter. We all one. Let me get in there. And he's talking about, oh man, nah, it's not just about the skin tone and all that. I'm not just saying I'm not just, you know what I mean? It's about keeping my people's genetic lineage, through and all that good stuff. Picking up demons, energy is, see, this is the thing about energy, and I'm just kind of realizing this as I'm talking right now. When we talk about, like he was saying, spiritually transmitted diseases, you can catch that from just standing next to anybody. That's, you get what I'm saying? You the energy, you catch it that way too. You know what I'm saying? And it just hit me now, because previous to, literally, I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. So it's like you can say empathy, awakening, whatever fucking word. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, sexual, sexual transfer of energy and communal transfer of energy. When I say communal, I mean like communication, like standing next to somebody, being around them all the time. Bro, you still transferring energy, bro. I understand people will be like, oh man, there's more matrimonial, not matrimonial, more, whatever. But long story short, you transferring energy, period. If you are communing, you have, you're communing with somebody that the energy, you know what I'm saying? So to me, this is how I see it though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I might be wrong, right? As I always tell you, I'm not claiming to be right. I just share my perspective on shit, right? But you smacking that person, smashing him, you know what I'm saying? And you just standing next to him or being friends with him, y'all still transferring that energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, to his point on the whole thing of like keeping, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. When people talk about keeping like black, like keeping like that black genetic, I've always been one of them people that bro, I grew up in Nigeria, right? Like, I don't know if anybody, this is your first time, you find out I'm Nigerian. Born and raised Nigerian. Came out here for college, you know what I'm saying, and, been here. Bruh, when people don't have enough to hate, something to hate, they create the thing. Racism, colorism, discrimination, it's a thing that will always be. When people were talking about racism and all that good stuff, I seen that out here racism is something that black folks are very quick to pull out. I think of back at home, I'm like, bro, we do the same thing within ourselves, tribalism. So what I'm trying to say to you is that it's not just us black folks. Every race does it. We see in the Latinos, they do it colorism. So what I'm saying is there's always going to be some sort of discrimination, right? Having a cause for one specific form of discrimination for me doesn't make sense. That's what I'm trying to say. If you get what I'm saying. If you want to deal with discrimination, deal with discrimination. Don't just deal with one form of it. What about the other forms of it? Are you okay with the other forms of it? This is just my thought from right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't only discriminate somebody based on their race, their skin tone, There's other things people discriminate people over. If we're gonna tackle it, for example, if you're preaching on love, are you preaching on just specific love thy neighbor as thyself? Are you preaching on what they call that shit? Sexual love. Like, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you choose something, I think you should choose. Don't just choose piece of the shit. Choose the whole thing. If I love this, I love. You know what I'm saying? This is my perspective. I keep telling you, I'm not trying to convince nobody about nothing, but this is just my thing. So, like, if we understand, I went biology, right? Went to school for biology. All human beings started from the same, what's called biological Eve and biological Adam. Found the original bones were found in Ethiopia, Africa. So that means all humans come from the same source. Now, migration, this is according to science, right? Hundreds of thousands of years or tens of thousands of years of migration to different scenarios. People, got different skin phenotypes. Like, everybody maybe that might have been dark skinned at a point. As you keep moving into the cold parts, the sun is not there to heat that skin no more. Your body doesn't need to produce that much melanin to, combat the sun. Blah, 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 blah. Your skin starts getting lighter and lighter and lighter. You're getting into a colder area. Your nose starts getting narrow because you don't need all that, in heat. You need to breathe more air, not, in narrow air, in cold air. Too much air is bad for your nose. If you have big noses like me, you understand. So a narrow nose will help you breathe less. You know what I'm saying? And, more hair comes out. All this stuff. This is biologically how we understand, humans started looking different based on different locations that they decide to, call home. But if you understand that everybody came from the same source, why are we claiming just one specific source? Because a specific group experienced trauma at a specific time. But that's what I'm saying. For me, my message is I'm not going to pick just one spot. I'm going to go to the root. This is how I feel. I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I'm not trying to convince nobody. This is just how I see life. Everybody is like me. Everybody is me. This is my brand. This is what I build everything on. If I can do it, you can do it. Almighty. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, if anybody can believe what they want and everybody can, the beauty of life is, the flavor of life is variation. If everybody was the same, life would be boring. If you were sleeping all the fucking time, you'd be bored. If you were working all the time, you'd be tired. But if you did in between and fun and all that, the more variation you put into your life, the more amazing it gets. When you work to a certain point, you want to rest. When you rest to a certain point, you want to work. You get what I'm saying? So same shit. That's why life is mixed with different ideas, and that's is understood. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's the brand, empathy. We understand, multiple, As I said, there's multiple destinations to, multiple paths to the same destination. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I see y'all all as one, and I get where bro is coming from with the, trying to say, but hey, my thing is your preference is your preference. What you like, how you see life is how you see life. You are not wrong. You are not right. You're just you.
With a woman outside of the black race.
Never.
You can say that with a straight face.
In the presence of my ancestors, never. Now, let me clarify. It's not because I'm against the Arab or the Jew or the Anglo-Saxon or the Latino or the East Indian or the Chinese or the Mexican. It's not about hate. It's about loyalty to the black woman.
I don't believe you've never stuck your in some white pink.
The most high.
Hold on. Bro says the loyalty to the black woman. Okay, let me ask a question. I have this question. This is a good question. I've been thinking about this. What if, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because I think everybody thinks that everybody should experience life the same way. What if your experience with black women is the same? Like not all of them, right? But it's never, you've not found that satisfaction. But one day, mind you keeping your heart open, but one day you run into a white woman and she treats you exactly the way you've been thinking, but she doesn't look the way you're thinking. Then what? Do you say, oh no, she's white, so, you know what I'm saying? Does that, so basically you say you want, let me put it like this. You say you want a black BMW. The same model, blah, 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 right? But you get a white BMW, the same model, blah, 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 blah. But mind you, the interior, this is the difference. The interior of the white one is the exact interior you want. Now, the interior of the black one is just, to be realistic, it's not what you want. The outside looks like what you want, but the interior is not. Which one are you going to pick? This is the honest answer. This is how you going to know what kind of judgment you're going to go with, right? Are you going to go with the content of the container, or you going to go with the container? And be honest with yourself. There's nothing wrong if you into someone that's into more physical things. There's nothing wrong with that. Bruh, that's the thing about life. As I said, there's no right and wrong, bruh. I know it sounds crazy, but I will always tell you, look at nature. When you see that lion take that gazelle and rip that shit apart or whatever it is, you see all them crazy shit you see. Nobody be like, oh, that's wrong, that's right. We say it's nature. But the crazy part about this shit, we fit into that nature just like that. The only problem is that we're not looking at ourselves from outside the same way we're looking at animals. Right? But if somebody was looking at us from outside, they'd be like, oh, these niggas on Earth. Everybody on Earth. Right? That's the home, right? So yeah, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I almighty
It
God.
is some good white pink out here, man. I'm trying to convince you on it.
But
you ain't had it yet. But listen, you
carnal. I need you to deal with the consciousness, Druski. Stay with me, because every time you lay with a woman, you exchange spiritual energy, not just physical fluids, bro.
But what does that have to do with that's what I'm saying. What if the black girl is also as toxic as the white girl? Because in this life, as I'm saying, personality is everything. What is he talking about? What does that have to do with their skin tone? It's spirit. As you know, especially when people talk to me, this I gotta debunk. When we talking spirit does not have skin. So what the fuck is he talking about? And this is why I debunk everything, right? Right? And this is my perspective still, right? But this is what I'm saying. If you really want to talk discrimination, let's talk discrimination, right? If you really want to talk soul, spirit, let's talk that, because a spirit does not have skin tone. It doesn't have. If we are spirit, what the fuck is this nigga talking about now? That's what I'm saying. So when you start talking, you start trying to blame people's spirit. You're like, come on, bro. Like, okay, now you bullshit with me, right? So what does the race have to do with their skin with their spirit? Because if you're talking about that, we understand reincarnation. So you might have came in the previous time under another race. Do you know that? I don't think people understand that. Anybody that talks all this deep shit, you could have came in another race. It's not like it's limited to just your race. That's not how reincarnation works. Your soul doesn't. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay, whatever.
You don't use condom.
Yes. But when even if you use the condom, there's still a such thing as spiritually transmitted diseases. Spiritually transmitted diseases. You can pick up a demon laying with that woman, brother.
You can pick up a demon laying with any woman. This is my whole point. What the fuck are you talking about? Why is this included to the snow bunnies? You know what I'm saying? Or all the other ladies he was mentioning. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you think the woman that will bust your head for you messing up, you know what I'm saying, shit, you know what I'm saying, is not the one carrying a demon, or the one that's going to murk you, which I'm talking about the white woman. All women, like, that's what I'm saying. It's a personality thing. It's not you can't use, I'm just being honest. There might be an interest difference, cultural, like interest, not even cultural, interest. What are y'all interested in? That's really where you got to divide it at, because you find a white girl that likes black shit, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? These days, the divide is you can find a lot of people in that in-between section where they cool with this and that. Like, there's a blend, you know what I'm saying? These days, like, it's a smooth blend these days. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you can still find the super genred up or super niched up individuals, but most people tend to somewhat be, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
Some of them demons.
You ever get out of bed and feel a little differently than the way you got in it?
Don't you put that demon on me, Dr. Umar. Don't you put that demon on me.
What the hell?
Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Well, anyway, bro. Long story short, y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I just, as I said, personally, I just say, who you compatible with is who you compatible with, bro. Fuck all the other shit. Fuck all the other shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out there chasing some shit. Unless, if that's what your determination is, mind you, if that's your goal, that's your goal. You want to be with that. That's what you want to be with. Just know that you might go through, just like with anything. Everything is 50-50. You might run into a lot of bullshit before you get to that. Same way if you're trying to go with any, white, black, whatever. You might run into, it's just, that's what I'm saying. The chance, if you leave it, what they say, the more shots you shoot, the more possibility of you making it. If you limit your options to just black ladies, the possibility of you finding that person is, you know what I'm saying, slim to none. Person that has your character traits, like the similarities. I'm just saying, if you leave it specific to just one race, the possibility, you know what I'm saying, no matter how big the race is or whatever it is, but you just skewed your possibility. You know what I'm saying? The probability of, you know what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying? The more shots, the more room you leave, the more possibility, you know what I mean, for somebody that has that trait, they might not look the skin tone, but they might look the shape, the face, right? The characters. So, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But everybody has a preference. Just be honest with yourself and know your preference and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And if your preference changes as time goes on, which it does for most of us, and if you're not evolving in this life, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But if your preference evolves, then cool. You know what I'm saying? Just my whole thing is be honest with yourself, bro. Like the problem we having these days is that niggas and women be lying to themselves too much, bro. You trying to what's it called, compromise on some bullshit. Like, what the fuck you compromising for? If you compromise today, you're gonna compromise tomorrow. You're gonna compromise for the rest of your life. How long you gonna compromise? You better find that person that suits you smooth, my motherfucking nigga. Don't be going out looking for compromise. I'm a compromise today, nigga. You compromise today, you don't compromise tomorrow. She gonna have a problem with you. Then the relationship might end. Now you don't waste all the fucking time. Why the fuck didn't you just compromise? Why didn't you just be yourself? You know what I'm saying? You all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself is ultimately the game, bro. You know, it might take longer for you to get there, but when you get there, it's gonna feel good. Plus, it's gonna last longer because you ain't got to do nothing but be yourself just to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? As I said, it's gonna take a while to get there, but human beings are impatient. That's just our problem. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to morph to be this, and then hopefully they're gonna end up liking me when I become my real self. Show them my real self because the emotions already there. Fuck no. Emotions are dependent on actions. Actions, nigga. That's where emotions lie on, actions, not on looks. It's temporary on looks, but emotions lie on actions. I just watch it. Think about it. As I say, everything I say, you can always challenge it. Think about it. Sit down and think about it. That girl that looked so good initially, ooh, yeah, but she started acting like a bitch. Then you were like, yo, this bitch is ugly. Like, what the fuck? Like, she got a terrible attitude. That's what I'm talking about. Simply because of that. You feel what I'm saying? So, yay, bro. Yay. But yeah, man. So yeah, bro. Y'all, man. I don't know, man. Y'all can let me know what y'all thinking, man. You know what I'm saying?